Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Polo Man here. Today I'm going to cover some frequently asked questions I've been getting about the compound and about war and about some of the sicarios that are being used at the compound. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First question was how are the percentages given from sicarios? And that's basically here's a Valesco. This was the new sicario that was on the promo. A lot of people had, well, everybody had the opportunity to get him. A lot of people did, some people didn't. He is a 20% cartel defense damage. Okay, as you increase or rank him up, basically his percentage would go up higher. I don't know exactly what his max would be, maybe 30%. Um, so what you're seeing here is 20% cartel defense damage, and every building that you see glowing here in blue is covered underneath that. And what that means by defense is that each one of these buildings are getting extra power when they shoot a missile or a bullet or whatever the case may be. See, this one here has 280 plus 280, so it's getting double by all these Valescos that I have over here. You can see them lined up right over here by my compound. So that's how the percentage works, and each one that you tap on, if you see it glowing, that's covered by that Sicario. Okay. Do multiple Sicarios combine their total percentages? Yes, they do. As you can see, I have several here. There are 6 lined up here across the front of my finca. One over here on the left, and one over here on the right. So we have a total of 8 at our compound, which is pretty good out of 11 people. So uh, they, when you have each one of these, they compound. So this sentry tower here is getting more of a bonus than it actually would have standing alone. 160 extra over the 133 it has. So as you can see, these are all compounding to give an even greater percentage. Which Sicarios do I use at the compound, and where should I place them? You want to place the Sicarios that you have depending on what their specialty is. This is a defense damage. We want to put him in a place where he can cover the most buildings. Here is Ignacia. She is a sentry tower health. So we want to put her by the sentry towers. That's these buildings here. Okay, and then we have Smith. Smith does the cartel cannon damage, so you want to cover the cannons with him. I did have a Bailey here, but I see he's been removed. Bailey is the bigger guy, and he covers machine gun damage, I believe. So if you had him, you would want to place him there. Okay, so that's your Sicarios, the basic ones at the compound and what they do. You can also fuse these guys. I think a lot of these are fused. As you can see, this one has been fused. 12% artillery damage, 8% rocket launcher damage. So if you go into here, you can see where I have the fuses here at the bottom for each one of those. You can go ahead and do that by hitting the green button here. Oh, it wants me to go back to my base to do it, but I have shown the talent fuse in my previous video, so check one of those out if you need to know how to do that. Can I fuse the compound Sicarios? That was another question. I think I just answered that, so let's move to the next one. How are war matchups determined? Now, from what I've read, if you go over, I have to go back home for that. Let's go ahead and go back to the home, and I want to hit this bar over here on the right and go down to the settings button here at the bottom. Now, if you hit this support key right here, it's going to go here to technical issues, game mechanics. If you hit the game mechanics, and then you can go through here and read about Cartel Wars or whichever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to go back to the game, and I'm going to head over there, but I want to let you know that matchups are determined according to them by the rating of your cartel and the number of players. Okay, Now, I don't know that I can necessarily agree with what they're telling me because right now I'm in a war with the Plugs. Yeah, real great name there, buddy. Uh, and he has a rating at his cartel of 862, and I have a rating of 2,272. Now, that rating is not even close by a mile. When we started this war, we both had 11 members, so they matched us up that way, I think, more than anything else. So that's the best I can tell you guys. A lot of crazy stuff happens on this game, and I really can't say for sure yes or no. I'm just going by what they list in their support area as their regulations for setting up a cartel war. Can I buy an extra attack with gold or cash or anything? Is there a way to buy an extra attack in the cartel war? And the answer is yes. If you go here to the drop down menu, okay, and you hit the attacks button here, you will see here where it says add for 60. Now, with this new update, some things are still kind of wonky. So if I were to hit this add for 60, it says, are you sure you want to buy an additional attack? Yes, I can buy or cancel. I'm not going to buy one because we have this war well in hand. But let's say that you couldn't beat one of your bases or something like that. You could buy an extra attack to attack on day 2 for 60 gold and allow you to get another attack in. Maybe you need it for war or what have you, and you can try to win the war with that extra attack. It's worth the 60 gold maybe for your team. I have a guy on my cartel that he will buy them for other people in order for us to win. We are undefeated currently, so it must be working out. How do I know who to attack? The best way to know who to attack if you're unsure is to ask your capo. You can go to the war screen here, the war map, and if we zoom in, we can tell who has what medals left by looking underneath of them. This guy has 1 medal left. 1 medal, 1 medal, 1 medal, 1 medal. So basically any of these that I could defeat that were 1 medal, it would be okay to attack. If there was somebody here who had 2 medals, that would be who I'd want to attack if I can beat them. Okay, if everybody still has all their medals, you're going to want to check with your capo on who to attack if you're unclear about that. Biggest thing you want to remember is more medals is the best thing for your compound and for you to win the war. Okay? A lot of people are asking, why don't other people attack? Why don't we get in these wars and why don't people attack? Well, the only reason I can come up with is they're too low level, or they haven't crafted attacks to attack, or they're just simply inactive. Why do they continue to do the cartel wars? I have no earthly idea, but they still seem to want to enter these wars, whether it's just the capo and one other person attacking, and they lose miserably. So I don't understand it. I can't answer that question. Let's see. What should I upgrade at the compound, and what is the best way to set up my compound? Let's go back to my compound that I have here, and I'll show you kind of the way that I have mine set up. I'm trying to be balanced on both sides of my compound, with everything the same on either side preferably, and then I've got the front pretty well stacked up. Now if you look at these cannons here, they're able to reach all the way across the front and all the way covering all this stuff down here. Same over here. The only thing that's not covered is the Capo's Club there. But those machine guns have those as well. Got the sentry towers right out here in front, and they're covering quite a bit of space. So I really like this setup. We have not yet been taken out on the first attack, so it seems to be holding up really well. So it's important to keep a balance and try to keep as much coverage around your finca as possible, because a lot of people won't go for complete damage. They will take out half of your side and try to attack the finca from like over here, where they're not getting much fire from this other side over here. So it's really a balance of what you can do. You know, for me, if I'm attacking, I want to take out everything before I finish the finca. But a lot of guys, they just take out half of it and do what they need to do to get the finca down. But again, even at that approach, this defense still has not been defeated on one try. So I welcome you guys all to take a look at this, use it, copy it, whatever you want to do. If it can work for you, that's great. So if you guys have any more questions about this, if there's any more questions you guys want to have answered, you want to see me put on video, please put it in the comments below. I'm getting feedback on the global chat from you guys, so please, you know, keep the questions coming, and I would be happy to answer them, put them here on video for you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel.